I'm Ezrah Raya, and this is the Manila Times. The Transport Department and the LTFRB have asked the Supreme Court to junk the petition of transport groups Piston and Manibela in a bid to halt, once again, the PUV Modernization Program. Transport regulators earlier said that those who failed to consolidate by December 31st of last year could only operate until January 31st of this month, meaning by February 1st, the permits of those unconsolidated PUV operators will have been revoked. By estimates, half of the jeepneys will be banned from plying the streets. The modernization program aims to replace jeepneys that are 15 or more years old with newer and more environmental friendly units, as well as consolidate operators and drivers into cooperatives and corporations. Jeepney transport groups Manibela and Piston staged a protest caravan nationwide just this week for yet another attempt to resist the unstoppable PUV modernization program. Here with us today is the Office of the Transport Cooperative, Chairman Andy Ortega. Welcome to the Manila Times, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, Ezra and our friends with Manila Times. I am Andy Ortega, the chair of Office of Transportation Cooperatives, the smallest office in the OTR. And I have here Celino Geronimo and Romel Laurena and Ramil Orera. So we are here this afternoon to give our answers to questions and to be able to help your viewers and our friends in media any answers that are needed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chairman Ortega. So, sir, January 31 na po ang deadliest deadline, ano? So, the jeeps who did not consolidate last December 31st, hindi na pwedeng tumakbo come February 1. So, I guess, sir, let's start with the numbers. So, how many of all the PUVs are actually consolidated?
As per the latest number from LTFRB, there are supposedly 191,000 plus that are supposedly with franchise. But actual registration or consolidation reach 146,000. So in percentage-wise, we have a number of 76% that actually consolidated nationwide. So it's 76%. Would you like me to go to NCR now?
Yes, sir. So yun po yung nationwide, 76% consolidated.
That's right.
That's
76.
ng NCR, the National Capital.
That's right. Sa NCR kasi, this is the para bagang more interested topic. No? Sa NCR, we have a percentage of 52%. It's 52.54. This is based on the number of consolidated, 21,000 plus, and the franchise in NCR, which was around 41, or which is around 41,000. So we came up with 52. But LTFRB continued with their numbers and continued with their investigation, and there is a new number that we would like to discuss with you. In the 41,000 plus that are franchise of NCR, the actual number of this franchise that actually registered with LTO, kasi i-register mo yung sasakyan sa LTO, I'll just give you in thousands, no? I'll give you that exact later. Ang actual na nag-register 2023 was 22,000 plus. So if we will base the 21,000 plus that got consolidated and the number that is actually registered last year, 22, hindi pala 52% lang ang nag-consolidate based on the registered. It came to as high as 97%. So yun ang maybe numbers that we could be discussing now.
97%,
That's right, 97.
Pala ang numero. So just to clarify, sir, so yung mga may prangkisa is around 41,000. But if we look in more, because you have to register your vehicles with the LTO. So yung pinaka-legal
Yes.
dyan is around 22,000 only
1,000 plus, tama, that's
in
right.
NCR. And out of that 22,000 PUVs, which are very legal and has all the franchises and all the licenses to operate, 21,000 have registered so far. So you've reached 97%.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, so yun yung parang very revealing number. Kasi parang it's really hard to know or understand bakit ganun karami ang franchise, ganito ka-konti ng consolidate, but if you look the actual numbers that are flying, comparing it during the time na may strike, di ba? Or may mga tigil pasada, it seems that those that were affected, hindi naman 48%, right? Hindi naman ganun kalaki. So, it looks real na yung talagang actual na dapat nagbabiyahe, it's really not the 41, but only the 22,000.
And of course, I know it's really hard to monitor those colorum jeepneys na tumatakbo, ano, na walang tamang lisensya at prangkisa. So with the 97% turn up with the consolidation in NCR, nationwide po, will this bring the nationwide consolidation number? Is it still 76% o mas
Yeah, yeah. Based on that comparison, definitely the 76 should go high. Pero I think what LTFRB is doing now, medyo nagko-concentrate muna sila sa NCR kasi syempre in terms of consolidation, ang mababa is NCR. So talagang tinitingnan nila yung numbers, tinitingnan nila yung ano kailangan, tinitingnan nila kung yung dapat. They concentrated with NCR. But I'm sure eventually, pati nationwide, there will be some difference. Yeah, definitely.
Napakataas na rin po ng numero na nag-comply sa PUV Modernization Program ng gobyerno. So, what will happen to those drivers na siguro dahil nga sa sobrang halos lahat na ng mga nasa hilera nila ay nag-consolidate na, so baka gustuhin pa nilang humabol. Will they be given a chance, sir?
Yeah, ganito yun, no? In terms of the order, deadline, confirmed, no extension, there's no more parang process that those who did not consolidate can still join after December 31. But what is good, kasi alam mo naman si Secretary Bautista, he has this heart for the drivers, operators. There are still talks going on amidst this deadline on paano pa ba natin pwedeng tulungan yung mga operators and drivers. Sample, on the part of OTC, we've been contacting different co-ops, no? Mga Transpo Co-op no? Nationwide, and everybody na nakausap namin raised their hands, tutulong kami sa mga jeepney drivers. Kasi remember, ang jeepney drivers, dependent yan sa operator nila. Eh yung operator nila hindi nag-consolidate. So supposedly, February 1, wala na yung jeepney ng operator na hindi nag-consolidate. Paano yung driver nun? So we've asked the cooperatives and they are very much willing na tanggapin yung mga jeepney drivers natin to join cooperatives or maybe corporations para makatulong sa trabaho or matuloy ang trabaho nila in these co-ops, because other cooperatives who are consolidated, needs rin niya ng mga drivers. Kailangan rin nila ng mga drivers so makatulong. So going sa sinabi mo about the deadline and going to what I said that there are still talks from the level ni Secretary Bautista on how to help further, sana we could come up with certain improvements, changes, developments para matulungan natin yung mga hindi nag-consolidate. So, tingnan natin the next days or so.
That's very good to hear, sir. Ano? And I was able to speak with Marval Buena and Bodie Floranda of Manibela and Piston. And the reason they were fighting off consolidation, sir, kasi sabi nila, yung mga korporasyon daw, malalaking korporasyon, is taking over the routes in the country. So their usual routes ay napapalitan na daw ng mga korporasyon na nagmamay-ari ng minibus, kumbaga, or the modern jeepney na alam ho natin ngayon. So if you can refresh us again, sir, what are the major benefits of the jeepney drivers by consolidating, by joining corporations and cooperatives?
I'll answer muna yung kanilang accusations no, about taking over if it's okay. First of all, ang office na to is Office of the Transportation Cooperatives. Bias kami for cooperatives. Meaning, we will protect the cooperatives. So yung mga cooperatives who are supposedly small no, as compared to corporations, ang mga members dito ay mga drivers, operators, and those that work with the industry ng transportasyon na maliliit sa lipunan. That's why we are here to help them, make them strong, competent, in running the business ng kanilang kooperatiba, which is the transportation business, because precisely those accusations na baka mag-take over yung corporations in the level of OTC, we will not allow it. Diba? By making them strong, capable, competent, and financially viable. So yun. That's the objective of OTC. Now, going back dito sa benefits, siguro si Celino will talk about the benefits of being a member of a cooperative.
Yeah, magandang hapon, Ezrah, sa ating mga nakikinig at nanonood. Okay, ang mga benefits sa pagiging member at empleyado ng mga transport cooperatives is, like for example, yung sinabi ni Chairman na pagka yung kanyang operator ay hindi nakapasok sa consolidation, wala nang mailalabas ang driver. So, itong mga transport cooperatives natin, lalong-lalo na yung mga nakapag-modernize, ay willing silang tanggapin bilang mga empleyado as driver. Ngayon, kung sila ay empleyado na as driver ng mga transport cooperatives na ito, sigurado sila na meron silang income pagdating ng maaaring lingguhan, maaaring 15-30, no? Assured of regular income. And dahil sila ay empleyado, assured sila dun sa mga social insurances na nire-require ng ating gobyerno, kagaya ng SSS, Pag-ibig at PhilHealth, na hindi nila natatanggap nung sila ay driver ng mga individual operators. And then, bilang isang driver member, kung sila ay may capital share sa kooperatiba at nagkaroon ng kita ang kooperatiba pagkatapos ng taon, yung kanilang capital share sa cooperative ay magkakaroon ng dividendo or interest on capital share, at kung may mga other businesses naman si cooperative na pinapatronize nitong mga members, entitled pa rin sila sa patronage refund.
Thank you po, Sir Celino Hieronimo. So, bukod po dun sa pagkawala ng individual na mga prangkisa, katulad po ng sabi nyo, so magkakaroon po sila ng buwanang sweldo na sigurado, at bukod pa po dun, meron pang mga benepisyo at dividendo doon sa mga kooperatiba nila. So, marami din hong benefits ang pagiging part ng cooperative. So, siguro po ang huling tanong ko na lang po, gayong sa February 1 po, magkakaroon po ba tayo ng shortage ng PUVs para naman ho sa mga commuters? Sa tingin niyo po ba magkakaroon ng shortage?
Number one concern natin yan because ang pinakagusto natin is always what's good for our commuters. I will quote or rather state yung na-mention ni Regional Director ng LTFRB, si Attorney Zona Tamayo, kasi turf niya ang NCR Alam mo, she does not see that problem, meaning major problem, no, about concerns sa transport natin sa NCR because you've heard the number, di ba? 97%. Pero syempre, even with that, we've coordinated with DILG/LGUs ng Metro Manila, PNP, MMDA, because these are the agencies na talagang ilang beses na namin nakasama sa mga ilang tigil pasada, ilang welga, to always monitor and support yung commuters natin, in these events. So kami, we will not say we feel confident. We feel parang we prepared enough and talagang i-monitor natin yan because importante is to lessen the transition problem, possible problems sa February 1, no? Nandyan yung mga modes of transportation that could assist. Nandyan yung mga consolidated cooperatives in many routes that could help yung mga routes na konti ang nag-consolidate and basically sa mga maliliit yung nakalye. But still, we will give support. So on the part of the government, we are prepared and we will still improve our preparation dahil importante yan. The past weeks, we've been talking about the drivers, the operators, LTFRB, the government. Nakalimutan natin, PUVMP is really all about the commuters. At the end of the day, ito ay ginawa para sa commuters, syempre sa environment, no? Syempre sa jeepney drivers, operators, but yung difference ng improvement, this is not a modernization of vehicles lang. That is just part of it. This is the modernization of running the business of transportation para magkaroon ng convenience, ng more safe traveling, yung mga sasakyan na hindi kakarag-karag or ang sakayan ay nasa kanan dahil kung nasa likod, delikado sa aksidente, naka-aircon ka, tag-ulan or tag-alaw, you will feel the same feeling kaysa kung tag-araw, mainit, tag-ulan, malamig or basa, pero dito, consistency, reliability. Instead na yung sasakyan mo baka wala during rush hour or wala sa gabi dahil tulog yung jeepney driver, ito with a modern fleet management, 24 hours tatakbo ang transportation mo, kahit rush hour meron, kahit hating gabi, pagkatapos mo ng call center, hindi ka na magta-taxi, ikaw ay sasakay sa isang modern jeep dahil merong available and mura lang as compared sa taxi and then the environment effect-wise. So, ang totoo talaga dito is yung commuters or yung tinatawag nating mananakay will have all the advantages for us to go into this PUVMP. So, yun yung main objective. But while going to that objective, we will never forget the drivers, the operators, yun ang ating direction together to achieve what is good for all, but we have to bring everybody in the program as much as we can.
Very well said po, Chairman Ortega. Maraming salamat po, Office of the Transportation Cooperatives. Thank you to Sir Romel Ramil, Sir Celino, and again, Chairman Ortega. Maraming salamat po.